a man should be free to talk about what he wants. Do you understand that basic principle of humanity? So why are you restricted from, like if you go to Quran 5:101, yeah? Ayah 5, Surah 101. Yeah? Surah 5, Ayah 101. Excuse me. Now, it gives you a stipulation, right, of reasons why you should not ask questions about things that bother you. Whereas in natural humanity, if you've got a problem with your religion, you're going to want to ask if it's a problem to you. But he's telling you, if it's a problem to you, don't ask. Does that make sense to you? And then in the following verse, it gives you the reason. Because people who asked left Islam. It's telling you that once you start noticing the faults and the holes and the cracks in Islam and you start asking questions, you'll leave. Because you'll realize it's a false doctrine. It says it in your Quran. Surah 5. 101.
Which verse? 101.
101.
How did it stop? He stopped
Yo, Rasta.
So Shamsi wants to talk about
I know he's a Christian, but
Still deal with this question.
so we don't want to deal with the whole thing. Scripture, we are talking about scriptures. Going at the Bible with it.
Because we debate
Going at the Bible with it.
101, yeah?
Rastafari is the Almighty.
101.
He's not. Somebody's got having trouble finding the surah.
Knowledge I'm using.
Do you want me to find it for you? I'll read the surah for you. Because he's having problems finding it for some reason.
Relax, no problem.
His own book.
Relax, I'm not Shamsi. Relax.
No, it's okay, brother, but this is just another tactic that you're taught to do.
No, I'm not Shamsi.
But that's fine. Let me read it for you. Let me read it for you. Right, this is what it says. This is what it says. And I'm going to read you Hilali Khan, right?
No, Hilal Khan.
Which translation do you want?
Just give
My
me
goodie?
let me read the Arabic first so I can get the idea.
Now he's running to the Arabic.
Okay, read. Okay.
Surely for the English speakers,
Read the
brother,
Khan.
please,
Read the Khan.
don't waste my time.
Read the Khan.
Hilali Khan, is that okay? Right, this is what it says. This is what it says. It says, "O you who believe, ask not about things which, if made plain to you, may cause you trouble." So it says things made plain to you may cause you trouble. But if you ask them while the Quran is being revealed, they will be made plain to you. Allah has forgiven that, and Allah is oft forgiven, most forbearing. So it's saying here, I can go to the tafsir if you want, but what it's saying is, don't ask things.
101, right? This is 101 here.
Yeah.
101. Doesn't say it here. This is 101. You actually give me wrong instruction. So you have given me wrong instruction. Look. It doesn't say
Surah
what it
5.
says. This is Surah 5.
So you know I know.
No.
Surah
This is
5.
Okay, look.
Listen to me.
Look
Surah
here. Look
5.
at technology. Don't look at me. I'm not
I'm
the
showing you
iPhone.
here.
This is the iPhone here.
Forget that. Look at this. Surah 5, 101.
لا تسألوا عن شيء تبدأ لكم تسؤكم وإن تسألوا عنها حين
Put some more light on it. That's the full light. Okay, that's the full light. Go on.
عفوا الله عنها والله غفور. Don't ask about things
Things that bother you, right?
which may plain to you. It may cause you trouble if you ask
So
about
they
them.
may frighten you or cause you trouble. Don't ask about those things. Don't you think it's a natural...
So what do you think those things
Well,
are?
I'm going to ask you a question. It's bothering humanity. Don't you think there's a natural human tendency? Don't you think there's a human right to ask about things when it's to do with your eternal soul? If they start to bother you, don't you think you've got a right to ask?
Of course you have a right to ask.
So why is it commanding you not to? It tells you...
No.
I'll tell you in the next verse.
It says يا أيها
Let me
الذين
go to the
آمنوا.
next verse. Let me go to the
It
next
says
verse.
لا تسألوا عن شيء. Don't ask because if you
There's
answer
things
you,
that frighten you, about things that frighten you.
not fine. It doesn't say. Frighten
Those are
me.
his words. It's on camera, bro. Those are your words.
That's my word. Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
That's my word.
so let me go to 102, right?
not changing.
102 gives you the reason why you shouldn't ask. And it says, oh, you believe, ask. Make sure I've got the right.
Actually, it doesn't mention.
Let me search it, I didn't search
The
it.
translator is as well stupid. The guy who translated it because he didn't translate it right.
Right, and what it says is, because before you, a community asked such questions, then on that account they became disbelievers. So it's saying in Surah 5:101 that you shouldn't ask about things that bother you about Islam. It goes on to tell you the reason in Surah 5:102 that if you do, you'll be like the people that did. Once they started asking questions, they left. And this is why you're in bondage. Your Sharia, your jurisprudence says to you, don't criticize Muhammad. You know there's a whole bunch of things to criticize.
Oh, you can criticize him if you want. You can fight him as well.
Oh, hold on. Can you put the camera on him?
Yeah.
Say on camera that it's okay to criticize Muhammad.
Actually, Muhammad,
No, say on camera it's okay to criticize Muhammad.
criticize Muhammad or not. People are doing it.
That's why
People are doing it
it's okay
anyways.
to criticize Muhammad.
People are doing it anyways.
Okay, but he
People are
won't
doing
say
it. It doesn't matter if I say it or not. People are doing it anyways. You understand?
No, I'm saying about you, brother, as a Muslim, yeah? Is it okay for you, forget about me as a disbeliever, as a Muslim, are you allowed to criticize Muhammad?
Don't criticize me. Slandering?
No. See, the stipulation of criticism is just pointing out something bad or a fault about a person. Yeah? You can have constructive criticism when you can say, that's bad, do this in order to be better. Right? But you're not even allowed to criticize in order to have constructive criticism in Islam. Because there's many things that Muhammad did which you could have constructive criticism over. Thereby saying, if a prophet did this, that's bad. A prophet should do this. That's constructive. But you're not even allowed to go there. You're not even allowed to question the things that bother you about your religion. That means he's put you in chains,
the Muslim
brother.
country, Arab countries, you're not allowed to do that.
Why?
Because
You think that's fair?
because that's how the regimes are.
But I'm asking
You're not
you,
allowed to
as a fellow human being, is that right? Not to be able to question things that bother you about your eternal soul.
Yeah, you have to question, but with respect, of course.
Okay, so if I was respectfully to say to you, brother, you're my brother in humanity, and I've got the love of Christ for everyone here, including you. Right? I'm concerned about the prophet you're following. Because somehow he doesn't follow the prophets from the Old Testament. All the prophets line up and agree. They're very harmonious.
Which case?
Until Muhammad. So I'm concerned because Muhammad's supposed to fit. He's supposed to, if he's the last of the prophets, he's supposed to fit with all those that came before him, but he doesn't. And I'm concerned about it. So I'm willing to, I want to ask
highlight it to me.
so I'm going to ask you some certain amount of questions. Is it okay for me to ask a certain amount of questions?
Yeah, I will.
About that?
I can't answer all the questions, but I will try my best. Answer.
Okay. The Bible clearly speaks about the stipulations for the early church. It talks about what kind of a character. Now, when I say I'm going to give you the question. It talks about the character of a bishop. It talks about these are the leaders of the early church. When Christianity kicked off after the resurrection of Jesus, it spread like wildfire. So they needed leaders. But he said the leaders must be of a certain character. Yeah, they must be. It says it all over. They must be the husband of one wife. One wife. Right? Also, when you go to the Old Testament in the Ten Commandments, one of the Ten Commandments is you shall not commit adultery. Jesus himself said that you must not divorce your wife. The only reason you can divorce your wife is by if one of you do fornication. If there's some kind of sexual infidelity within the marriage, that is the only reason you can divorce your wife. But that's not so in Islam. In Islam, all you have to say is talaq, 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 and you are divorced. Now, in the eyes of Jesus and God, doesn't matter about those 3 words, you're still married to that woman. So why is he going against Jesus' own words? If he's a prophet, why is he going against what Jesus said? That's one example.
Okay, give me another example. Because this one,
Have you got an answer, brother?
Yes,
Will you attempt to have an answer for that, please?
maybe he knows. Answer.
About the
About
the thing.
Yeah, go.
It's a wide topic. It's a wide topic, man. I'm not
talaq.
Einstein.
The same way as you get married, you have to have witnesses. Talaq, you have to have witnesses. You cannot say talaq, talaq. Your talaq is not becomes valid. To this day.
It's somebody who's not even married.
But do you understand how I'm not questioning the parameters of saying
But
talaq?
I don't blame you, because certain people, what they found out, certain people is They believe in 3 talaqs. They think it's valid.
What do you believe in?
What I believe?
Yeah.
I believe in talaq with the witnesses. The same way you got married with the witnesses, a talaq shall be with. You shall give her. Yes.
Can you divorce your wife
Yes.
for any other reason apart from
Adultery.
Yes. In Islam, in your belief?
Islam?
Yeah. Can you divorce your wife for any other reason? This man's nodding his head. Are you a Muslim, sir? Thank you. So, are you going to agree with this man? Because he's saying that you can divorce your wife.
I heard him say that.
That's all right. I'm speaking to you. Right? I'll ask you again. Can you divorce your wife for any other reason apart from fornication in your belief in Islam?
Only if there's adultery, yes.
Only in adultery?
Yes.
Have you got references to back that up?
You don't have references to that.
There's no. That's the law of the marriage.
There is a Surah An-Nisa, the chapter
That's
of the
the law.
women. I haven't even completed it, to be honest with you.
The same law applies for the Christians and the Jews, applies for the Muslims. Honestly, I'm not lying to you. What? Hold on a second. That's a sin itself. Why are you calling me a liar? That's a sin by itself.
Okay.
See?
Now,
We're discussing. We're not
let's
debating.
go deeper. Let's go deeper.
You're going to show me hadith? I don't believe hadith.
No, wait a second. Wait a second. I know that you don't have any references. Tell me if I'm wrong. To back what you just said. Am I correct? No. I'm asking you. Do you have any references to back up what you just said?
But that's the law. That's the law of the land.
You need some
Just say
backup,
yes or no.
obviously.
Do
You
you
need
have
some
any
backup.
references?
Backup?
What you just
The
said.
same backup, which is I just divorced my wife in this country.
No, he's talking
No,
about
but
hadith.
literal.
Literal.
Quranic,
I think in the
Al-Kafi,
something
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it does mention in Surah
something,
An-Nisa,
yes.
but
You're where?
There's
Do you have any references?
that surah I haven't gone into it yet.
See, they're debating with themselves how to get out of this.
No, it's not
we're not
debating.
That's what you're doing.
No,
just say you don't have references.
No, we're
just
trying-
say that.
It's not a conspiracy against you, mate.
Brother,
It's not a conspiracy
it's
against
fine,
you.
it's
Just
fine.
relax,
Doesn't
take
bother
a
me.
deep breath,
But
man.
I know that you're done.
I know you think we're black and we're white and it's against you. No, man.
Let me talk
all
about
human.
on the same subject, right, about Muhammad not following what the prophets did. Therefore, he can't be a prophet. Right. Deuteronomy says that if anybody comes in the name of other gods,
Abu what?
other
But
gods.
Muhammad didn't come in the name of other God.
Brother,
He said, La.
brother,
No, but
we
I'm
spoke
giving
about
you the
respect.
answer.
We
Brother,
spoke-
brother.
But I'm asking him.
Brother,
If
but
he
I
doesn't
have the
know,
answer for this question. I
you
have
don't
the
even
answer.
know the
He
question.
doesn't know that. I know the question. You said if he came with the other name of God. Muhammad said Allah's name is Yahweh. Allahu la ilaha illa.
Do you have a reference to back that
Yeah,
up?
I have a reference to back
Show
that
me.
up. Surah
Yahweh
Imran, Surah
in the
Imran.
Quran.
Yes. The translation says Yahweh in Arabic.
Oh,
What do you like?
listen,
Why do you
listen,
like?
because you're a liar, bro. You're no different to Shamsi.
Allahu la ilaha.
That's why you're smiling, bro, because you know what he's trying to do.
Take a deep
Right?
breath.
You know what he's trying to do.
Take a deep breath.
And this is, don't tell me to take a deep
Hey,
breath.
hey, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
I understand what's
Allahu la ilaha illa huwa.
I understand we're debating on
is the Hebrew
I understand
name
we're
of
debating on a
Allah.
different level. I understand we're debating on a different level, but still,
Yahweh,
understand.
Yahweh is the
But you still-
Hebrew name of Allah.
Takiya,
No,
Takiya.
don't, because that's what they say about me. That's what they say about me.
Takiya, bro.
That's what they say about you. And me too.
Let me go to another. Let me go to.
I have the answer for your
But don't go
question.
to the Arabic,
Brother,
because I know what
please.
you're doing.
I have the answer for your
And
question.
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
you're
waste my time on
anti-Arabic.
it.
You're anti-Arabic.
I'm not gonna.
You
Am
can't
I
be
anti-Arabic? Do I speak
You're
Arabic?
anti-Arabic. You don't speak
How am I
Arabic.
gonna? How am I gonna confirm what you just said?
You're anti-Arabic. That's why you don't understand this.
Okay.
Because you made
Just
your
say
mind
whatever
already.
you want. Say whatever you
It
want to
does
say.
says here in Arabic Yahweh, but you're denying me that point, okay? You're deducting that point from me, okay? It says
Yahweh
Allahu la ilaha
is not
illa
written in
huwa.
the Quran.
He said Muhammad came with a new God.
Yahweh
Muhammad
is
didn't
not
came with a new
written in
God.
the Quran.
Muhammad is
But you're
directly-
willing to say it's written in the
Yahweh is
Quran.
written here.
It's not in the it's
Illa
Yahweh in the
huwa,
Quran.
Hawa. It says Hawa. La Allahu la ilaha illa Hawa.
Yahweh has become Awa.
Hawa.
Yahweh has become Awa.
Hawa.
It's going to become
It's the same.
Nawa. It's going to become
Ya-
Nika. It's going to become Zawaj.
Because
It's
you
gonna
don't
become all
know
kinds of
Arabic
things.
language,
It's
you're a
going to move into
jahil.
anything to get
You're
him
a
out of
jahil, you're ignorant, you don't know Arabic language.
Oh,
And you think
listen,
you got it
do
all.
you know Patwa?
You're reading Bible,
Do you know Patwa?
and not in the original language,
Do you
you're
know
reading
Patwa?
Bible. The Bible is sent down in the
Brother.
Aramaic language,
know-
okay?
do you know what?
You're reading it in English,
shall I
it's
say
been
something?
translated from
Shall I say
Greek,
something?
Brother,
Roman, Vatican, everybody come and they shit on it.
Stop making a fool of yourself.
I'm
Just be-
actually,
just-
I have my original
be
language,
humble
Quran
enough.
in Arabic. I'm humble.
Just be
I
humble
give
enough
you
to say you don't
evidence.
know.
I
There's
give
no
you
shame in
evidence
not knowing
Arabic.
anything.
I give you
There's no
evidence.
shame
It
in not
says
knowing.
Yahweh.
Rather than you
The Hebrew name
fabricate
of Allah.
something and
I don't
embarrass
fabricate
yourself in front of everyone.
Learn the Arabic
Stop
alphabet.
fabricating.
It's only 30 words.
Be honest.
Learn the Arabic alphabet and then you're gonna check it and
Now,
you know
brother,
I'm
I'm going to
talking
go
the
to
truth,
another
okay?
commandment, right? I'm going to go on to another commandment.
It's only 30 words Arabic Arabic alphabet, so you don't have an excuse. It's not that
I'm going to
hard.
go on to another.
You could probably make it. You're smart. You could probably learn the language, I think. And you're gonna sign this in the
Now, Galatians 1:8-9 says, but if we or any angel from heaven, this is right. This is in Galatians 1, chapter 1,
This is Bible,
verses
right?
8-9. This
New
is the
Testament.
Bible.
New Testament. Okay.
But if we or any angel from heaven preach any other gospel to you than what we have preached to you, let him be accursed. As we have said before, so now I say again, if anyone preaches another gospel to you than what we have received, let him be accursed. And what that gospel is that Jesus Christ is the Son of God in the living flesh. He left heaven and died for mankind, nailed all of our sins to the cross. He died, conquered death, and he rose again for the redemption of everyone that believes. Is that your gospel?
Can I ask you a question?
You want to ask a question?
Do you believe,
Is that your gospel?
do you believe Jesus will
Sorry.
Is that your gospel?
Wait, you
Is that your gospel?
to me. Let me answer.
It's a different gospel. Which
I
means
believe.
Muhammad is accursed
No.
according to the New
A'udhu
Testament.
billah, Muhammad is not cursed. Muhammad
Okay?
is not cursed.
It is a different gospel.
Some people who came after
Brothers,
Muhammad, they changed
this
Islam.
is why we
okay?
come here.
Some people came after
Not
Muhammad,
to
they
demean
changed
you.
Islam.
Not
Okay?
to demean you.